Archie.
Hi.
How are you today?
Good.
Excellent. Thank you for reminding me to hit the record button. Oh, that would be a disaster. All right. I am going to share my screen. All right. So when we left Jigsaw, he was listening to Kim talk about how meaningful that necklace was to her because her grandmother had given it to her. So it had a lot of personal value, maybe not value of money, but personal value. It meant a lot to her personally, and she really wanted it back because her grandma had died, and this necklace reminded her of her grandmother. It gave her a good memory, and she did not want to lose that. So with chapter 4, which is where we are today, we need to look at telephones, old telephones. This chapter is called The Mysterious Caller. And we have talked about this word mysterious a lot. Let me go ahead and cut it out here so we can take a little closer look at it. You know, I like mysteries, and I like looking at words. So looking at a word like mysterious is really fun for me. So the word mysterious, which we've talked about before, starts with the word mystery, and then it adds the suffix OUS. OUS is a suffix that has the job of turning a noun into an adjective. I usually abbreviate adjective ADJ period, but I will spell the whole thing out if I have room. Adjective. Thank you for showing us where the suffix is. Yes. Now, when we start out with the noun mystery, which does not have an I on the end of it, it has a Y on the end of it. But when we want to add the suffix OUS to the noun mystery, and it ends with a Y, we're going to change that Y into an I before we add the OUS. And then instead of putting the accent on the mystery, the first syllable of mystery, we change where we put the accent and we say mysterious. So in the word mystery, we say this syllable the strongest. This is where we stress the syllable, mystery. But when we add us, it becomes mysterious. And so this is the syllable that we stress the strongest, mysterious. But both of these words are about a mystery. And a mystery is when we have questions that have not been answered. When something happens that gives us a lot of questions like, who did it? How did they do it? Why did they do it? And so if a note, like the ransom note, or a caller, someone who calls on the phone, is mysterious, that means we have some questions about it. I'm thinking that if the caller, this word caller here, is going to be a person who calls on the phone. Remember, the suffix ER often changes the verb into a noun, and it becomes a person who does this. So run becomes runner, a person who runs. Swim becomes swimmer, a person who swims. Read becomes reader, a person who reads. And call becomes caller, a person who calls on the phone. So a mysterious caller might be someone who calls, and what question could we have? Maybe, who is it? Maybe we don't know who it is. Or where are they calling from? Or why are they calling? These are questions we could have about a caller. Now, we are going to be seeing the word receiver today. And receiver is a word we use with kind of an old-fashioned phone, with not so much with an iPhone or a smartphone or a cell phone or an Android phone, but an old phone like this. This is the kind of phone that we had at my house when I was a kid. And this went up on the wall. And then there was a cord that could be short or long. And then it came here to this piece. This piece right here is what is called the receiver. And we would speak into this end, and this end we would listen. So we could hear the voice talking at this end, and we would talk into this end. And this piece, metal piece right here, when it goes down, it disconnects the call. It ends the call. So this receiver would hook on right here and pull it down. And then there's nobody on the phone. And then if the phone rings, you would go to the phone and you would pick up the receiver off of this metal piece here. And then you'd hold it up and you'd say hello, and you could hear them right here from this end of the receiver. And you'd talk in here. And then when you were done, you would hang it up again, and then the call would be over. If you want to make a phone call, then I don't know if you can see these numbers very well. This says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. And so maybe the number was 555 4121. So you'd put your finger in the 5 and you would pull it all the way over to, there's a little metal lever or stop right here. That's as far as you can go. And so you'd let go and it would go back. And then you do it again. You put your finger here and you'd pull it over, and you'd lift up your finger and let go, and it would turn back. And you'd have to do that for every number you were calling. So it actually takes a little while. You can't do it fast. You can't just go beep, 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 beep. And that is called dialing. And this is another phone. This is one that would sit on a desk, but it does the same thing. So here's the receiver right here. And here's the cord right here. And you can see the numbers on here. And there's holes over those numbers that you can put your finger in the hole, and then you can, this whole thing right here turns. But it stops when your finger gets here. Your finger can't go through this. So it stops. You can't go any farther. You just have to pull your finger out, and then it goes back the other way. And so you can see here, they have this phone, this picture. It's a little bit blurry, but you can see the numbers would be over here, and here's the receiver. Now, this phone is a little bit fancier than when I was a kid. Okay, so when I was a kid, we did not have phones like this. But I think today they might have phones like this. It almost looks like it looks to me like it's part computer and part phone. But there is a receiver right here, and there is a cord. And the numbers, you can do it pretty quick because you don't have to turn it in a circle. You can just hit the numbers. You can go 555 4121, and then you have to lift the receiver up before you do that. Because if the receiver is down, then there's no connection. It's like the phone is not on. But when you lift the receiver up, then you can dial your phone number and then wait for it to ring. So this is a little bit of a fancy phone. Maybe someone who works in an office or owns a business might have a phone like this. Okay, so Kim is now looking for advice from Jigsaw. She wants to know what to do. Remember, we learned last time that she looked lost and confused. That means she really didn't know what to do. She was so upset. She just couldn't believe that this necklace that means so much to her was gone. She just really had no idea what to do at all. And she needs someone to tell her what to do. Someone who really cares about finding the necklace. And who is going to care about that? Because it's not their necklace, it's her necklace. Well, that's why she hires a detective. A detective will care because he's getting paid to care. That's his job. So Kim says here, what should I do now? Kim asked. So she's asking Jigsaw. And Jigsaw says, do what the note tells you to do. I said, sit by the phone and wait. That's it? Kim moaned, kind of like, oh, that's all I can do is just wait, sit and wait. I tried to sound patient and calm. Listen to me, Kim. This looks like a ransom note. Know what that means? Okay, do you know it? A lot of times he leaves off the beginning, do you? Because he's talking to Kim he's right next to her, and she knows that he's talking to her. And when you're speaking, you don't have to say every single word like we need to do when we're writing. So Jigsaw says, know what that means? He wants to know if Kim knows what a ransom note is. Kim settled on the edge of the bed. So she sat down on the edge of the bed. Yes, she sighed. They will want money. Probably, I stated. We won't know for sure until the thief contacts you again. This expression, for sure, means that we don't have to wonder about it anymore because we will know 100%. We will definitely know the answer to the question. We won't be wondering, is it maybe this, maybe this? We will know for sure. Mila added, most likely you will get a call. The thief will want to arrange a drop-off, a secret place to leave the money. Now, a drop-off is a term or a phrase in English that is often used in a situation like this where somebody has taken something that doesn't belong to them and they're saying, okay, I will give it back if you bring me something, probably money or something that the thief really wants. It could be a trade or it could be a payment. But where are you going to bring that money or that thing that the thief wants? You're going to bring it to a place that the thief calls the drop-off. That is where you will drop it off. And if we didn't know that, then the author uses this great little technique here. You see there's a comma right here. And then after this comma, this part right here that says a secret place to leave the money, that is actually the definition of a drop-off. And so sometimes when you are reading in a book, if the author uses a word or a phrase that he doesn't think you're going to know what it means, he might stick a comma right after it, and then right after the comma, give you the definition of that word so that you know exactly what it means. And so it means a secret place to leave the money. I, Jigsaw, wiggled 2 fingers. The way I figure it, you, Kim, have 2 choices. And this is what you and I are going to talk about today. And this is what I have my notes on. So remember, 2 choices. We're going to see the first choice here, and then she's going to ask about the second choice. So let's look at the first choice first. He says to Kim, you could refuse to play ball. Okay, so this is going to be choice number 1, refuse to play ball. What does that mean? Well, ignore the note. Don't take any phone calls. Hire us, and maybe we can get your necklace back. Kim says, maybe, and this is in italics because this is an important word. She's really noticing it. He had said, Jigsaw had used the word maybe. That means I can't say for sure. I can't say definitely yes or definitely no. It's a possibility. So Kim says, maybe. Kim echoed, Okay, echo means you're saying the same thing you just heard. So he just said it and she said it again. No promises, I said. No guarantees. And then Kim said, what's my second choice? You do what they ask, I said. If they want money, you pay it. It is the surest way to get your necklace back. Think it over. I stretched my arms and yawned. All right, we're going to actually stop right here. That's where the star is going to go there. But I want to go back and talk about these two choices. So he said the first choice is to play ball. I'm going to go ahead and come up here and make a chart. Sometimes when we have a choice to make, and Kim has two choices, sometimes when we have a choice to make, it helps us to make a list of choice number one, choice number two, and then for each one to think of something we call the pros and cons. That means the good things about each choice and the bad things about each choice. So I'm going to put choice number one over here on this side. And I will put choice number two over here on this side. So choice number one, he said, is to refuse to play ball. And that means choice number two is to play ball. So we need to talk about what does that mean to play ball. And here's going to be my chart. Choice number one, choice number two. Refuse to play ball is choice one, play ball is choice two. So what does that mean to play ball? If you are with some other people and you are all trying to decide what to do, maybe you're out on the playground and you are trying to decide what you want to play together for recess. Well, each one of us wants to get a vote. You know, we want to be able to say what we want. We want to have the freedom to speak and to say, this is my idea, and this is my idea because, and this is what I would like to do for these reasons. And then everyone can have different reasons and we can all talk about it together. And then maybe we vote and then we decide what we are going to do together. But at least, even if we don't do what I wanted, at least I was able to share my idea and have a voice to say what I think. And that gives me a sense of freedom that my voice, my idea matters, that I can say it. But let's say there's maybe a bully, someone who thinks he can tell or she can tell everyone else what to do in that group. Someone who says, all right, here's what we're going to do. We are going to play basketball and what's that?
Nothing.
We are going to play basketball and we are going to follow these rules. And then they give the rules. Well, your choice then is either to do what they say or to not play with them, because you are not being given the opportunity to share your ideas or to have a voice. So if you are willing to do what that bully says, then they get to set the rules, they get to make all of the decisions, and you just go along with it. Okay, then you are being willing to play ball. But if you say, no, I don't like that idea, I don't like those rules, I don't think it's fair that you get to make all the decisions all the time, I don't think it's fair that you get to make the rules all by yourself and not ask anyone else for their opinion or to let us vote on it. So I am not going to play ball. I refuse. And then you go and you do something else. Which choice do you think would make you feel better?
Refuse to play ball.
Yeah, because then you can kind of hold your head up high and say, You know, I'm not going to be bossed around or bullied by someone else who doesn't even let me talk or share my ideas and thinks they can just tell me what to do like I'm a robot. I am worth more than that. You know, then you have more self-respect. You say, I respect myself for standing up to the bully and for saying, you are not in charge of me. You do not get to make all the decisions. So I am not going to play ball. I'm going to go do something else. That's my choice. And then you have power over your own life. You are still able to control what happens to you in your own life and not let someone else be controlling what you do. So here, the person, the thief who took the necklace, he did something bad. Well, we don't know if it's a boy or a girl, but this person, the thief, did something bad. They took something that does not belong to them. Okay, that makes Kim the victim because she did nothing wrong. But now the thief is trying to control her. Well, we haven't had the phone call yet. If the thief calls on the phone and tells her what to do and says, you need to bring this much money to this drop off, then the thief is trying to control her. He's making her a victim again because he's being a bully. He's bossing her around. He's taking away her freedom. He's saying, if you want to see this necklace again, you are going to let me tell you what to do. My rules. I get to make all the decisions. You don't get any. You don't get any choice. You don't have any voice. I don't care what you think. I don't care what your ideas are. You have to do what I say because I'm in charge. I'm the one with the necklace. So if Kim says, okay, that means she is willing to play ball. Well, why would she do that, right? Why would she let herself be a victim 2 times? The first time was not her choice because she did not know that someone was stealing her necklace. But this time it would be her choice because she would choose to say, okay, I will play ball. I will do what you say. I will let you be in charge of all the rules and of what I need to do. And I will trust that you keep your word. Of course, it's dangerous to trust a thief to keep their word because keeping your word means you do what you say you will do. It means you're not lying. You're not trying to trick someone. But do we really want to trust a thief who has already shown us with their behavior that they do bad things and that they do things that are not fair and not kind? That does not sound like a good idea. So it seems like the best choice would be, oh, refuse to play ball, right? That was the first choice that Jigsaw gave. Don't take the phone call, hire us. We will probably, maybe find your necklace. So let's look at the pros and cons of each of these choices because that will help us understand what choice Kim makes. Now, pros are the good things, and I will use a plus. Remember the other day when we were talking about positive and negative connotation, and I said plus makes me think of positive. And so these are the good things. Positive attitude is a good attitude. Positives are good things. So the pros are like positives. They are good things. And each side will have some pros, each choice. And then I will use orange maybe. I'll use oops, that's not orange. Okay, I'll use minus. Now, this means negative. Negative would be the bad things, the negatives. I'm going to call it the cons. We talk about pros and cons of each choice. All right, so all right, so let's see. Let's look at the pros and cons of choice number 1 first, refusing to play ball, okay? Well, what would be the good thing about refusing to play ball. I would say that you keep your self-respect. You can hold your head up high. You can say, you can't tell me what to do. You can't treat me like that. I am a human being. I have freedom. I can make my own choices. No one controls me. No one tells me what to do. You were already a bad person to steal my necklace. I'm not going to let you be another bad person who can bully me and tell me what to do and control my choices. So I am choosing to not do what you say and not let you control me. So I can respect myself for valuing how other people treat me, right? Each one of us, we have kind of a responsibility to ourselves to expect other people to treat us with respect. And if we choose to let someone treat us badly, then it can be hard to have self-respect for doing that, to respect ourselves. So if we have a choice that we can make, and that choice means that other people need to treat us with respect, and that if they're not going to, we're going to walk away and not let them do it, then that's kind of our responsibility to ourselves. And that would give us self-respect. I see your hand is up. What's up?
Each choice has two possibilities.
Yes, and so the con for this choice is she is less likely to get her necklace back, because Jigsaw did not say that he could definitely get her necklace back. He said maybe. So this side, the negative, the con to not playing ball, to not doing what the thief says, is she is less likely to get her necklace back. Because Jigsaw cannot guarantee it. He said, maybe we can, maybe we can't. We will try our best, okay? Let's go over here to this choice of playing ball. This would be this choice of doing what the thief says, letting the thief be in charge of you, okay? Letting the thief treat you in a way that's not respectful, that's being bossy, being a bully, and doing what that person says. Well, why in the world would someone want to do that? Well, actually, it's the surest way, the most sure way to get the necklace back. If the thief keeps his word, right? If he says, you give me this, I will give you the necklace back. If he keeps his word, then this is the most sure way to get the necklace back. So that's a big pro for this choice, choice 2. Now, what's the con? Well, the con, you notice how these are kind of opposite of each other, right? So let me see here. These two are opposite, right? The con of this choice is the pro of this one. And these two are also going to be opposite. The pro of this one is going to be the con of this one, because here you are letting the bad guy have power over you. That's what's happening over here. You let the bad guy, that's the thief, have power over you. And then you might lose your self-respect, because that's your choice. So here are these two choices that Kim has. And this is a hard choice. Now, choice 1, refuse to play ball. Hire Jigsaw, don't take the phone call, don't let the thief be in charge of you, don't do what he says, okay? You'll keep your self-respect, but you might not get the necklace back. You might and you might not. Or play ball, you do what the thief says, you will probably have a better chance of getting the necklace back, but you might lose your self-respect. You're letting the bad guy, you're choosing to let the bad guy have power over you and to be the boss of you, which is really unfair and not respectful and not good. So when you make a big choice like this, you need to think about the pros and cons of each choice. Now, this is an opinion. There's no right and wrong answer here. Not everyone has to choose the same thing. Not everyone has to make the same choice. I think the choice might depend on how much does the necklace mean to you? How much, whatever it is the thief takes, how much do you want it back? I mean, if the necklace is not that valuable and not that meaningful and she could go buy another one, maybe this is the better choice. Refuse to play ball. Keep your self-respect. But Kim really values this necklace, right? It reminds her of her grandmother, and her grandmother died. And this is a memory that she does not want to lose. So what choice do you think she might make?
Number 2.
Yeah, because she wants it. Oh, this one right here. This one right here is the most important square on the whole chart, right? She doesn't care about anything else other than getting that necklace back. Okay, so she's going to play ball. She's going to say, okay, whatever the thief wants, I will do it. What choice do you think Jigsaw would make?
Number 1.
I think so, because I think he really values his self-respect. This would be a hard one for me, right? Because I would want to choose number 1 because I really value self-respect. This would make me really angry to let a bad guy have power over me. But I guess I realized that the choice I make would really depend on what is it that they took and how important is it to have the surest way, the most definite possible way. Okay, so I'm going to quickly say so long.
Chip, chip. Bye-bye.
Bye.